Got to talk about something that's a little bit controversial.
Juice.
But I think that Idol has a problem promoting viable black male contenders into the top 24. No message could have been made clearer. Not since Ruben Studdard in season 2 has Idol really given us a black male semifinalist with a real chance to win.
Exactly.
No disrespect to Chikizi.
Loved him.
Or George Huff. Or Nico Smith. Or Anwar Robinson.
When you go down the list, it's like, oh, you're right. I mean, they were all cannon fodder.
None of those dudes were ever going to win. Like, the best they could hope for was maybe finishing, like, 6th.
Reality TV in general has a big problem with black men and how they portray them, but this is not the type of show that normally you would think would fall into that pattern.
Right, and when you look at the Billboard charts and when you look at iTunes sales, it's not like, oh my God, people don't want to listen to black men singing. And the weird thing is, when they showed Jermaine Purifoy, and I think they used to call him Purifoy, and then they added an R at some point during Hollywood Week, sort of like Megan Joy Corkery turning into Megan Joy. But when I saw him at the Orlando auditions singing Smile, that's the time you must keep on trying, I thought, maybe this guy's got a shot. And then they show him during Hollywood Week singing Neo's Closer, really good. And then they show him singing Brick House, which is, I'm sorry, that is a cool song.
Why people don't dig Brick House?
This song is a giant cheese factory, but sometimes that's a delicious thing, cheese. And yet he gets cut in that weird Room 2 situation, and they let Todrick Hall and Hallgermain Sellers go through.
Yeah.
I think they've set both of those guys up to be somewhat unlikable.
Oh, yeah.
I actually thought Todrick's version of I'm Yours was the best version of I'm Yours that we heard
was
all Hollywood
all
Week.
9,000 versions that we heard.
Nothing's gonna stop me but divine intervention.
But then they show him as part of the Destiny's Wild group.
Yeah.
Very unappealing. They show him, like, macking on some ladies by the pool in their bikinis. Like,
That
who
was
wants to be my
unfortunate,
fiancé?
yeah.
Are your parents going to be happy to meet me?
Oh, yeah.
Do they know I'm black?
And then Hallgermain Sellers is set up to be unlikable because he was unlikable, giving the band attitude.
He was like,
yeah.
In rehearsal, I cut out the last part of it, so that wasn't actually right.
He got noticed, but he got noticed for kind of being a
the one likable black male contestant this year is Big Mike, but I think he'd be more enjoyable on, like, The Amazing Race.
Yeah.
Or Survivor, or some
at his
other
wife's
reality
bedside
show.
when she's having a baby. Maybe that.
The singing's just not there.
No, it's not.
I'm yours, so come on.
We'll see what happens. I think out of the three, maybe Todrick has the best chance to sort of overcome his sort of unlikable early edits.
Right.
And frankly, you know, he's got Theory on his side. She was in his Destiny's Wild group.
That's
and,
true.
you know, we saw a couple shots of Theory in the crowd. She made it to the final 46. Can you believe it?
Maybe they just were so fascinated by her name that they were like, we gotta keep this girl around and find out what the story is.
She gives a good reaction shot. There were moments in the crowd where they were interviewing other people and she was sort of in the background, like, flipping her hair and being like, Theory. I just imagined her, like, looking into the camera and going,
Theory, jazz hands.
who knows, maybe I'll become obsessed with Theory like I have so many other former Idol
She
contestants.
could
And
totally be on your Tragic Diva roster. Totally.
her name really kind of fits right in there.
Right.
If she steps it up in the music department, anything's possible.
All right, Mama Socks.
Mama sucks.